The season has reached the stretch run, and one last East versus West matchup awaits us tonight as Austin Bold trek from Texas to take on one of the hottest teams in the league, Birmingham Legion FC, in this intra-conference battle in the USL Championship. Welcome to the south side of downtown Birmingham, Alabama, as we get set for this midweek matchup featuring Birmingham Legion FC taking on Austin Bold FC. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into our broadcast booth tonight. Alongside the coach, Mike Getman, I'm Blake Gardner. Lyndon Blake is downstairs. We'll hear from her in just a bit. But, Mike, we thought we'd get this matchup a long time ago. Finally feels good to see it today.
Yeah, this is kind of a rematch, but not really. These teams tried to play months ago, didn't get it in because of the weather. Tonight, it's an even bigger match. Legion with an opportunity to achieve a 3-year goal of hosting the playoffs, and for Austin, it's an opportunity to put themselves in the playoffs.
Yeah, let's look at the standings coming into the night. You talk about stakes. We have plenty of them. Let's look at the Mountain Division first. Austin trying to fight for that 4th and final playoff spot in that division, but they have got some battle on their hands with 3 weeks left.
Yeah, they're in the playoffs, but just barely. They can't afford to drop very many points.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the Eastern Conference in the Central Division, Birmingham Legion, they're firmly in the playoffs. But, Mike, they're trying to play for home field, not just in the first round, but maybe the second as well.
That's right. They know that they're going to be in the playoffs. Now they've got everything to fight for, a chance to host at least one and maybe more.
So we've set the stakes. Now let's talk about some of the players. And let's start with the visitors from Texas. And the man with double-digit clean sheets so far this year, that's Elliot Paniko.
Yeah, Elliot Paniko. He needs a few big saves tonight to keep the Bold in this match. He knows that Legion are going to be taking some shots at him, but so far this season, he's had a great year.
He's made almost 60 saves, and this will be start number 26 tonight for the man originally from Charlotte. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion FC, plenty of attacking firepower, and that includes this man, Nico Brett.
Well, Nico Brett, he's scored a lot of goals, but he's also scored a lot of great goals. Legion need him to be dangerous as he's been all season.
16 goals for the Jamaican Nico Brett. That includes 4 in his last 4 games. He brings the PALP and leads the line for Legion once again tonight. Well, tonight kicks off the biggest road trip of the year for Austin. Can they start it on the right foot, or will Birmingham continue their winning ways here at home? It's Austin Bold against Birmingham Legion. Starting lineups and kickoff come your way right after this.
At Red Diamond, we've spent 112 years searching the world for the perfect beans. Your search will be considerably shorter. Red Diamond. Expect perfection. Available at a grocer near you. When your taste buds demand greatness, nothing compares to Red Diamond coffee. Unless, of course, it's Red Diamond tea. No shortcuts, no skimping. Perfect's not easy. Red Diamond. Available at a grocer near you.
Coors Light is cold filtered for brightness and clarity. The world's most refreshing beer, Coors Light.
Welcome back to our coverage of USL Championship Soccer. Birmingham Legion against Austin Bold. Time to look at each side's starting 11. Mike, let's look at the visitors from Texas first. 3 changes for Ryan Thompson tonight.
He's made only 3 changes. It's their 3rd game in 8 days. I thought there might be a few more, but I guess they had decent success. Why change?
We already talked about Paniko, but Walls, Taylor, and Reese remain the 3 at the back for Austin tonight. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion FC, they just played on Sunday. Just 3 changes for head coach Thompson as well.
A couple of the changes are players that we've seen quite a bit. Trevor Spangenberg starting in goal, a little bit of a surprise, but he's proven he's up to the task.
There's our crew of referees tonight, led by J.C. Griggs. The Virginia native gets his 11th USL Championship assignment this year after doing Louisville against Atlanta United 2 a couple of weeks ago. There's the head man for Austin, Ryan Thompson, who has been the head coach since September after Marcelo Serrano moved up to sporting director for Austin Bold. And there is head coach Tom Stone, now in his 3rd season at the helm of Birmingham Legion FC. He and Cano Smith continue to lead this club into their 3rd year as a professional franchise here in the USL Championship. Birmingham Legion FC in black, Austin Bold in white. And live from downtown Birmingham, Alabama, we are ready to go. Austin Bold against Birmingham, and we're underway on this Wednesday night for the Magic City. Both teams coming off tight turnarounds. Mike mentioned it at the open. 3rd game in 8 days for Austin, and one of their most compact schedules, or run of games, I should say, at any point in their 2021 season. Birmingham, meanwhile, coming back after a win against Indy here at home on Sunday, and they're on the front foot. Dean into the area, sends it for Kasim, whose shot trickles wide.
A great opportunity for Legion right off the bat. You've got, as always, Johnny Dean sprinting down the side. Did a really nice job of picking out Prosper Kasim at the top of the box. Just couldn't quite find his feet to tuck it in the corner.
So an early look for Birmingham Legion goes wanting. Time to look at our injury report, brought to you by Viva Health tonight. And it's a relatively clean bill of health for the visitors from Austin. None too much to speak of on their injury report. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion FC, J.J. Williams came into the night questionable. He is not in the starting 11, but he is in the 18 and may be available tonight off the bench for head coach Tom Stone. Legion, of course, without the services of Freddie Kleeman. The loanee called back to his parent club, Austin FC and MLS, while Junior Flemings is going to factor once again tonight for Jamaica in CONCACAF World Cup qualifying.
Both clubs relatively healthy coming in and where you want to be as you head into the playoffs. Mid-season, both clubs had a bunch of players out, and the coaches have done a great job of managing things so that as the games mean more, their top players are still on the field.
Birmingham able to clear their lines defensively. Kasim trying to hold it up. Good work by Hines to win it back quickly. Austin has room to work. Nick Hines dribbles into the area. Leaves it, gets it back. Wasn't expecting to get it back that quickly.
It's a 5-on-3 break for Austin right at the top of the box. They did well. Similar to the Legion opportunity a minute ago, just couldn't quite find their feet when it came to that final touch.
Flag up against Omar Gordon, who was in an offside position as the referee gestured there. Free kick for Birmingham Legion FC, which they will take quickly. It gives us a chance to look at our keys to the game tonight, Mike. And let's start with the visitors from the heart of Texas. What do Austin have to do tonight to come away with a road win?
Well, they need some intensity. They need to play like there is no tomorrow because they've got to get the points tonight. And then playing with energy, lots and lots of energy. It's their 3rd game in 8 days. They've got to find a way to match the tempo for this Legion team. And for Legion, it's simple. It's the next man up. The subs keep scoring big goals every time Tommy Sohn puts somebody new on the field. We'll see if that trend continues.
Pretty high tempo start to tonight's game. Pretty good look there for Prosper Kasim. Went right into the waiting gloves of Elliot Paniko. Sanderson Asia, who is clattered by Gordon. Free kick given to Birmingham. Lopez put it on the ground quickly. Ryan James couldn't quite keep it in play. Second straight game, it's Mikey Lopez who gets the start at fullback. Ryan James who starts in a more elevated position for Birmingham.
Most of the season that had been switched the other way. I think the coaches have decided they like Ryan James with that natural left foot, maybe able to serve some balls.
Trevor Spangenberg under duress. Jorge Trancoso got in there in a hurry and got a piece of it in the end. Just a throw for Birmingham, but it could have been way more dangerous than that.
Certainly not the way Trevor Spangenberg wanted to start the match, having a little bit of a shaky touch.
Another throw in for Birmingham as Casey Walls wasted no time sending that 6 rows deep on the far side. Walls, the youngest of the trio of center backs, once again tonight for Austin, the 18-year-old from California on loan from San Jose Earthquakes, has been good in his time in Austin. And he's rewarded with his 3rd consecutive start here this evening. Eli Cronali trying to pick out James. Kasim. Lopez, excellent sequence here for Legion. Lopez shot is blocked. Throw-in coming from the opposite touchline.
Some great sharp passing from Legion, creating opportunities. They're moving the ball very quickly. Nobody's taking a whole lot of touches.
Eli Cronali featuring here early. Rewarded with the start tonight, just his 6th of the year. He'd come off the bench 18 previous times. And he's found the score sheet with a couple of bangers over the last couple of weeks. Rewarded with a look in the starting 11 this evening, trying to pay it off. Here's Kasim who wins it back quickly. Kasim leaves it for Brett. What a save by Paniko.
That's a really good save from Paniko. That ball was screaming at him. He didn't have much time, and when you're as tall as he is, sometimes it's hard to get your hands down to the ball. He did very well to push that wide of the post.
And a busy start for Elliot Paniko in between the 6. One more look here. Brett struck it well, but Paniko saw it through the traffic. Corner kick brought to you by Chick-fil-A is sent in by Cronali. Headed right back from whence it came and over his head. So he'll throw it from nearby that flag. Six minutes gone, and it's been a quick 6 minutes here from Birmingham. As the Legion and Austin Bold match up for the first time this year, officially. The second time, if you count the abandoned contest back in the summer. One touch, Cronali out wide, Anderson Asiadu. Trying to thread the lines to find Lopez. Good work by Gordon defensively. Asiadu thought he wanted back, but it wasn't clean. Handball free kick given. And Austin will take their time resetting things. It'll give us a chance to send it down to the 3rd member of our team. That's Lyndon Blake. Lyndon.
What's up, guys? How about this week for Nico Brett? He has 60 career goals. We've seen him score all season long. A fantastic player for the Birmingham Legion. I talked to him and I asked him what did it mean to hit that milestone. He says it means a lot to him, but even more for his country. He said after he posted the photo with the big 6-0 next to him on Instagram, he had a lot of young soccer players from Jamaica reach out to him and say they want to be like him. And Nico says he hopes they are even better than he's been so far in his professional career. He says the more Jamaican soccer players he can help out, the better. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Lyndon. An early look for Nico Brett, who's on it here. Quite corralling under pressure there from Javier Baez. But to Lyndon's point, Nico Brett once again has been one of the best goal scorers in the USL Championship this year. 16 goals and 25 starts coming into the night after 9 goals in the shortened 2020 a year ago. And already Elliot Paniko has had to parry one of his shots wide. Cronali brings it down, finds his brother Alex Cronali. Both brothers feature in the starting 11 tonight for Birmingham. The eldest Cronali, the center back, the younger Cronali in midfield. Zach Arivo was on the run. Paniko off his line to get it. But Mike, 8+ minutes gone here from Birmingham so far. thought it might be a slower start with both sides working on short rest. That has certainly not been the case.
Definitely not. It's been a race up and down the field. Legion have certainly been on the front foot, creating the most number of chances, but neither team is sitting back, that's for sure.
Nico picks it up, a chance to maybe slow it up a little bit. The 24-year-old from the Charlotte suburb of Huntersville, North Carolina, on loan from Nashville. Former Conference USA Goalkeeper of the Year. Once again back in between the sticks for Austin this evening. Looking for another clean sheet that might give Austin a result here in Birmingham tonight. Erivo got ahead to it, now wins it on the ground. Kasim has space. Kasim pushing forward. Dean was clattered from behind. Not sure if the referee saw it or not. Legion pushed forward regardless. James trying to connect with Brett. The pass didn't quite get there. Goes over the end line for a Birmingham corner. Their second to the early going. And now a Stern talking to, and perhaps our first booking of the night. Johnny Dean got clattered from behind, well behind the play. It's just a Stern talking to in the end for Nick Hines.
Referee actually did pretty well to let the play go. Legion creating another good scoring chance off their passing.
Second Chick-fil-A corner kick taken short. Lopez serves it to the back post. Paniko didn't get there, but neither did anybody else.
You don't see that very often. Elliot Paniko waving it across. Very fortunate that that skipped by everybody.
Been a frenetic 10 minutes for Elliot Paniko in this Austin defense, but they have not broken just yet. Still scoreless here in downtown Birmingham. Paniko goes to collect another ball. Fans Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe since 1947. Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Austin with a chance to possess a little bit now. Haven't had much of the ball here in the early going. Nick Hines, former Akron man out wide, connects with Walls. Casey Walls picks up his head, looking up top. Daniel Adamalakan couldn't quite get there. Mikey Lopez did. Now Birmingham can press forward once again. Legion FC have not been shy about sending numbers forward here in the early part of this contest. Manuel Cavita. Zakharov. Kasim. Couldn't quite split defenders. Good defensive work there for Austin on the flank. Once again, Nick Hines there. Juan Pablo Torres providing support, but a throw coming for Birmingham. Eli Cronali and Johnny Dean not quite on the same page there. Cronali back on it once again. James. Asiadu. Seeing another half pocket of space.
All the great attacking players that Legion have. Every time Eli Cronali touches the ball, he's got 2 or 3 defenders near him. I think the Austin staff saw the goal he scored last weekend, as well as probably the one he scored against Kansas City, and said, we just can't let this man have touches.
You talked about it in the last contest, Mike. Sometimes those shots from distance, whether they go in or not, or whether they reach the frame or not, at the very least, they tell the defense to respect you from that distance. Gives you a little bit more defensive attention, maybe some room to work behind the defense later on.
That's exactly right. Legion love having that threat in midfield. If you step out to defend Eli Cronali, you're going to leave more room for the forwards. If you step off of him, He's proven that he can hit some terrific goals from distance.
How about that 1-2 to free Mikey Lopez. Lopez gets the cross away, just a bit beyond Kasim, but it falls for Dean. Crognale, Asiadu. Lovely first touch from Lopez. Lopez looking for Dean. Handed away by Austin over the end line. The third corner kick of the night coming here for Birmingham, brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
Austin definitely under pressure. Legion are moving the ball so quickly. It's going from the right side to the left and back to the right. Every possession seems to lead to a good opportunity for Legion FC.
Once again, Eli Crognale, the former Maryland Terrapin, to supply the service from the far flag. It's low and driven and headed away by the first defender, Casey Walls. Both Legion center backs still forward, a chance still to serve. Asiadu wants to do just that. Instead switches it across the park. Eli Crognale able to keep it in play. Kasim trying to pick out Alex Crognale, he does! How about that? 1-0 Birmingham inside a quarter hour.
Another fantastic goal, great ball movement. That ball went from left side all the way across to deep on the right, laid back, served in. Alex Crognale, the center back, not getting back on defense. He said, I'm up here from the corner, I'm staying up here and watch this. And he does it once again, beating everybody in the air, scoring another very important goal.
Second goal of the month for Alex Crognale. Another look, the delivery from Kasim.
A terrific service, very brave play from Alex Crognale, putting his head right in the path of Elliot Paniko and his two fists coming for it.
It's a matchup nightmare in the box at 6'5", Alex Crognale. His third goal of the year, his second in 3 weeks. Birmingham on the front foot, and not content with just one, they're looking for more. Kasim against Walls. The support from Dean and Aravo on that side. Good work defensively by Walls to win it back. Now maybe Austin with a chance to break, or at the very least possess a little bit, something they haven't been able to do for the first 16+ minutes tonight.
They did have a chance to break. I thought they'd go quickly. They didn't. I think they needed to catch their breath. They decided to just keep possession and try and slow the game for a couple of minutes.
Great hold-up play from Adama Locken. Hines cutting it inside. Bias. Back to Gustavo Risi. Hines again, cuts it on his left. Can't quite find the frame. Did it take a deflection on the way through? It did. First corner kick of the night coming for Austin.
Austin once again showing that when they do have the ball, they can be dangerous. It's the second or third opportunity that they've created of their own with some nice quick passing.
Crowd around the penalty spots. As Juan Pablo Torres sends it in, it goes all the way through. But it's not tapped home in the end. It came all the way and fell for Walls, who couldn't provide the finishing tap. Corner coming for the opposite flag.
At one end, we saw Elliot Paniko get beat to the ball and have it slipped in over him. A minute later at the other end, Trevor Spangenberg a bit lucky that it didn't get slipped past him.
This time it's Javier Bias to supply the service. Low driven service, doesn't clear Kasim. Hines switches the point of attack to the opposite side of the field. And the service is well beyond a white shirt. So 1-0 our score here in Birmingham. And in Memphis, an early goal for Lou City. Paolo Di Piccolo again finds the back of the net. The Central Division leaders operating on the front foot in Tennessee right now. Game to keep an eye on for Birmingham Legion fans. Birmingham second in the Central Division coming into the night. Lou City the leaders. And right now it's still Lou City at the top of the Central with that early goal supplied by their captain.
A couple of weeks ago when it started to shape up as Lou City and Birmingham as 1 and 2, the question was who's going to falter, who's going to stumble, and it's turned out to be neither one so far. Both clubs finding their way to all 3 points a whole bunch of times in a row. It may come down to that final match of the season when Louisville City comes to Birmingham, Alabama for a matchup that may be for first place.
How about that from Anderson Asiadu to find Eli Crognale and work himself out of jail in the corner. Zagaravo with a bit of space. Comes back to Crognale on this near flank. Crognale couldn't bring it in.
A little bit of a mistake, but nobody will care if he smashes one in from 30 yards again.
Nobody below Austin Bold in action tonight out west. But I'm sure New Mexico and RGV watching very closely tonight. Happens to Austin Bold with those two trailing by just 1 and 2 points respectively coming into the night. Top 3 in the Mountain Division pretty set between El Paso, San Antonio, and Colorado Springs Switchbacks. But the 4th spot in the playoff race still very much up for grabs. Austin Bold, Mexico United, and RGV Toros all fighting for it.
Good news for Austin is that tonight's match is a little bit of a freebie. They have a game in hand on everybody below them. So any points they pick up tonight are just simply a bonus. If they don't manage to pick up any points, they're no worse off. They'll still be 1 point in front.
Flag goes up against Nico Brett. Muir said he was in an offside position. It was awfully tight.
You're being awfully generous. We do not get the advantage of VAR. But I think that one would have been looked at and scrutinized very carefully.
So free kick for Austin. Fans, don't forget to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news. Catch any merch or ticket giveaways and get behind the scenes looks at the team. Be sure to follow @BHM Legion on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook today. Download the Legion FC app, available on both iOS and Android platforms. Legion FC app and @BHM Legion on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Your way to keep up with Birmingham Legion FC. Hold up play from Nico Brett to connect with Ryan James. Asiadu caught in possession. Good work defensively by Troncoso. Now Troncoso can let Austin bring some white shirts forward. Hines' pass cut out by Asiadu. Zagaravo looking for an outlet, finds one in Prosper Kasim.
Legion have moved the ball quickly, 1 and 2 touch passing. They've opened up this Austin defense. But when they've taken more touches, Austin has done a good job of pressing and winning the ball back and creating some opportunities of their own.
How about this run from Adamalakin? He's onside. Spangenberg coming out. Adamalakin slots it home. It's 1-1.
Well, it's going to count. It's 1-1. But the replay, I don't think, is going to be kind to the officials. We'll get another look at it here in a moment. But it certainly looked, and the Legion players thought he was a couple yards behind everybody.
The first goal for Adamalakin, the man making his first start in 2021 tonight, has found the score sheet and beaten Trevor Spangenberg. We'll see if we get another look. The run was awfully tight, and at first glance looked like he might have been in an offside position. Hard to tell from that angle. We'll see if we get a better one.
Certainly a terrific run from inside to out behind the defense. Made it very tight, but either way, it's going to count, and we're back to all square.
Composed finish from the 23-year-old, originally born in Texas. And he's given Austin a big goal here on the road to level the scoring once again. Legion trying to answer quickly. Dean's cross cut out. Omar Gordon able to find an outlet in the goal scorer, Nathaniel Adamalakin. What a first 24 minutes this has been here in Birmingham. Good work defensively by Mikey Lopez, fighting off Hines on the ball over the top. Here's Eli Cornelli. Prosper Kasim's had quite a bit of space in this first half. Nico Brett back to the feet of Kasim. Sidu leisurely joins the attack. Dean. Brett. Good work by Iravo to press the issue. Brett got the cross away beyond Paniko, but beyond the black shirts arriving. And James clattered to the floor, but no harm, no foul there. Hines goes to ground, foul given, as Asiadu was the offending party. More look here at the challenge. Asiadu trying to say he was shoulder to shoulder.
It was tight again, and I'm not even sure which player initiated the contact. The referee was right on top of it, and the ball goes to Austin Bolt.
So after a first quarter hour where Austin were on their heels, Birmingham had found the score sheets. Austin with a big answer for the 23-year-old Nathaniel Adamalakin. This game feels a little bit different now. Iravo pulled down, trying to send Birmingham back the other way. This feels like it's probably going to be yellow for Javier Paez, and it is.
It absolutely had to be. Professional foul. He knew he'd been beat. He was at midfield. There's not much danger in a free kick from midfield, so he made the choice to take Iravo down. Referee again right on top of the play. Not much argument from anybody on that call.
Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. One more look at the challenge here. I don't think our referee tonight, J.C. Griggs, could have been any closer to that foul. Johnny Dean's had a busy first 20-plus minutes. Didn't quite get it in there to Eli Cornelli. Cornelli trying to play the diagonal. Dean can't quite keep it in play. That was absolute laser.
Terrific ball across, but it had to be perfect, and it was just out of the reach of Johnny Dean.
27 minutes gone as Elliot Paniko gets ready to put the ball back in play. Fans with sight set on home field advantage. El Paso Locomotive welcomes an OKC Energy side looking to remain in the playoff hunt. It's El Paso and OKC, October 24th at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central on ESPN Deportes. El Paso been one of the best teams in the West so far this year. OKC Energy trying to fight for that fourth and final playoff spot in the Central Division, but they've got some work to do. Trailing Memphis 901 FC coming into the night. OKC thought they might have gotten all 3 points this past weekend in Austin against Austin Bold. Not for a late penalty given to Austin that allowed them to secure a draw. Austin have not been in the business of losing games as of late. Just 2 losses over their past 11. That also includes 5 draws. In fact, Only one team in the USL Championship this year has drawn more than Austin's 10 draws that they have tallied here in this 2021 season. Over the top, Nico Brett's onto it and was in an onside position. Brett cuts it back. It's still Brett's. And good emergency defending in the end by Okugu, as Nico Brett was searching for a shooting lane.
He had an opportunity to hit it, but it was from a tough angle and on his left foot. He ended up taking one touch too many. Austin did a nice job of closing things out.
But Austin have an opportunity brewing here. Omar Gordon against Crognale. Tried to switch it across the park to Hines. It got deflected. Seydou got the challenge in. Damalakin went down. Austin Bold's touchline wanted a whistle, not going to get one. Mikey Lopez, Birmingham's defense, up to the challenge this time around. Daniel Damalakin a bit slow to get up behind the play, but he is up. Approaching the half-hour mark here in Birmingham. Glad to have you with us. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman, Lyndon Blake, your crew here on My 68 in Alabama, on ESPN Plus across the country. Just now joining us, it has been an entertaining first half hour in the Magic City tonight.
Saw on the weekend when Birmingham Legion played on this field, they consistently sent 6, 7, and even sometimes 8 players forward. Here on a Wednesday night, they seem to be following that very same pattern. At least 7 players getting forward when they have possession, sometimes as many as 8.
Fans, Birmingham Legion FC entrusts the care of its athletes to UAB Sports Medicine Team. You should as well. All of our doctors are fellowship trained and have extensive experience caring for patients of all ages. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a competitive athlete, come see UAB Sports Medicine so we can help get you back to your active lifestyle. Walls trying to switch the play out of danger. Only finds the waiting foot of Mikey Lopez. But a reworked midfield tonight for Birmingham. No Thomas Van Kayziel, no Bruno Lapa. Instead, Eli Crognale and Zach Arivo have joined Anderson Seydou in the central part of the park. Lopez looking over the top. Crognale's there. Brett was too. But so was Jermaine Taylor, who won the ball in the air. Taylor anchors the center back trio tonight for Austin, one of the most experienced defenders in the USL Championship.
It's 3 center backs, but sometimes there's going to be that central matchup one-on-one. Taylor against Nico Brett. You've got a terrifically experienced and high-quality center back against one of the best goal scorers in the league. It's going to be an interesting battle all night long.
Goal kick here for Trevor Spangenberg. Getting the start in the place, Matt Van Oekel tonight. 6th start of the year. He was beaten once so far in this half by Nathaniel Damalakin. Goal leveled the scoreline in the 23rd minute. After Birmingham found the scoreboard first, thanks to Alex Crognale, their center back. Found the back of the net with his head back in minute 15. Minutes to go till halftime here, maybe a little less. 1-1 our score, less than 13 minutes to go in Columbus. The United States has turned things around at home against Costa Rica from 1-0 down after just 1 minute. The Americans and Greg Berhalter back in front, 2-1, trying to see out their second 3-point performance in the qualifying window against Costa Rica. Work to do for Birmingham defensively. Juan Pablo Torres an early ball. Damalakin, the goal scorer, trying to make it a pair. Damalakin denied by Dean.
Damalakin with a great first touch.
Okuga from distance, that doesn't quite find the frame of Spangenberg.
Lockett had a magical first touch to set him up, but then he took an extra touch to try and bring him back to his right foot, which gave Legion just enough time to get back and block the shot.
Trevor Spangenberg will take the goal kick. It's been a busy week plus for Birmingham Legion on and off the pitch. More on what Birmingham Legion have been up to off the pitch. Let's send it down to the third member of our team. That's Lyndon Blake. Lyndon.
Blake, how cool is this? Some Legion FC players got to go back in the classroom this past week. Wade B, Ryan James, Alex Cronali, Mikey Fonwell Kavita all got to go speak to one of the UAB classes about social justice in sports and how they use their platform on and off the pitch. Just last season, Legion FC auctioned off a commemorative jersey that benefited the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute. So these players always trying to make a difference in the Magic City. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Lyndon. Ryan James, integral parts of this Birmingham team this season. Alex Cronali, a big piece of this Birmingham club the last 2 seasons.
Three on two.
Another big break for Austin Trancoso. Can he get there? Yes. 1v1 against Dean. Leaves it. Juan Pablo Torres. Gordon trying to turn in traffic. Anderson Asiadu was there waiting.
They had their chance to break. The pass took them a little bit wide. Legion got a lot of players back very quickly.
Austin have had their chances to break quickly tonight against the Legion side. Again, has not been shy about pushing numbers forward when they've been in possession. Less than 10 minutes to go till halftime. Does either side have another goal in them? Asiadu cuts out the pass of Walls. Kasim and Brett couldn't quite connect on the break. And now, plenty of space on this flank for Juan Pablo Torres. Early ball deflected by Lopez. And an easy play for Trevor Spangenberg. James couldn't play the long ball. Throw in for Austin.
Ball skipped right in front of him. I think it fooled him as it came off the grass.
Talked about it in the open. Last time these two teams played, just absolutely pouring rain and thunderstorms. The field unplayable after 37 minutes. Hence why the game was abandoned. Pitch almost in perfect shape tonight here in Birmingham. An excellent night for soccer. Mid-70s at kickoff. Can't ask for much better conditions here in the middle of October. Ervo trying to keep it away from Baez and does.
The Austin players may want to put on some long sleeve shirts for the second half. They're not used to 70-degree weather in Austin, Texas.
To a lesser extent, neither has Birmingham been. This is really the first quote-unquote cold snap we've had so far of fall. 80s and 90s, it's been pretty customary both in Austin and Birmingham over the past month and change. Anderson Asiadu with plenty of space, but Austin with plenty behind the ball as well. Eli Cronali plays 1-2 with Dean. Dean cut it back, but nobody was there except for Juan Pablo Torres. James able to win it back. Asiadu finds Brett. Gustavo Risi has some defending to do. Kasim lets it go.
Very nice passing, breaking the lines. Then Nico Brett doing a great job of finding his strike partner for tonight. Prosper Kasim right at the top of the box. Just got a little bit underneath it, put it over the bar.
Fans, just a couple more days left in Hispanic Heritage Month. Join the USL in celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month through October 15th. Visit uslsoccer.com/Hispanic-heritage for exclusive content and stories that celebrate members of the Hispanic community that have shaped the USL. Gustavo Receipt, a long throw. It's only Lopez. Once again, Prosper Kasim, as he has had time and again here in this first half, has space. Kasim on his left. James's shot took a deflection. Goes out for yet another Birmingham corner, brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
Goes out for a corner, but a very dangerous opportunity. As Ryan James hit that ball, it was deflected, could have gone anywhere, scored it about a yard wide of the post.
Once again, Eli Crognale sets it up near the flag.
Legion putting all their players inside the 6-yard box, serving it right on top of Paniko. He very calmly comes and grabs it and starts the attack.
Torres wanted to break quickly. He's got Adamalakin running in front of him. The pass a bit too heavy.
Adamalakin has good pace, but he wasn't getting to that one.
Five minutes to go till halftime. What has been a very entertaining first half between Birmingham and Austin. Birmingham has had more of the ball, maybe a few more opportunities, but Austin have looked dangerous on the counter. They have attacked quickly at times tonight. Nico Brett trying to get it back to Eli Crognale. Only got there, even if it took deflection off Okugu to get there. Crognale leaves it for Asiadu. Asiadu, a shot blocked by Baez. Kasim trying to keep it, can't in a crowd. Aravo very quickly wins it back.
Legion players have been very unselfish around the box, looking for each other, leaving balls that other people could hit.
Lopez's service sent away, but once again, Birmingham able to win it back in short order. Legion FC's possession has left Austin under siege at times tonight. Nico Brett sinking back in midfield for a touch. Kasim. Lovely switch to find Lopez. Lopez taken out, lovely challenge there from Nick Hines. He does concede yet another corner, brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
Great tackle from Nick Hines. Got all of his weight behind it, went in hard, got 100% ball. Those are the tackles that defenders love to establish their authority.
Crognale takes this corner short. Quickly gets it back from Brett. Not a bad ball. Aravo got a head to it. Couldn't quite find the frame.
Very similar to the goal that got scored earlier. Paniko coming for the ball, but getting beat to it. This one slipped over the bar instead of underneath it.
One of Paniko's gloves might have gotten Aravo in the back of the head as well, but another strong service from Eli Crognale, who has looked good tonight in the starting 11 for Birmingham. A rare start, as we mentioned, for him. Native of Columbus, Ohio. The U.S. men's national team is trying to close out Costa Rica tonight. Lyndon Blake down below reporting 1 minute of stoppage time is coming to close out this first half.
It's been a pretty quick half. We had a goal at each end. We had one yellow card, but but this game has really traveled up and down the field. Very few fouls, very few stoppages at all.
And down behind the play is Hines. And he might need a minute. Legion pass hit him right in the midsection. Now Hines is up and good to go. About to reach halftime in Memphis as well. Louisville still in front of Memphis by 1. Thanks to an early goal from Paolo Di Piccolo. Birmingham in the rare situation tonight, having to cheer on their rivals, Memphis 901 FC. Memphis trying to take points off the Central Division leaders at AutoZone Park off Beale Street. 45th minute here in Birmingham. Just enough time for either side perhaps to create one more scoring opportunity before the dressing rooms.
Memphis is one of those teams that scored some very late goals to earn some points. They've also given up some goals late to lose some points.
Kasim, Brett. Brett couldn't quite open up a shooting lane, neither could Kasim. It was Zarabo's pass that split the lines that got the attack started. Now it's Lopez on the end of another switch. Lopez trying to get around Gustavo Risi, couldn't, but James there to his rescue. Brett. Dean. Dean can't get around Gordon. Aravo went to ground. Did he win the ball? No. Throw in for Austin.
Really important tackle from Zach Aravo. If he doesn't win that ball, it's 2v2 to goal for Austin Bolt.
It was confirmed down below. Sarah Gaddis, our 4th official tonight. 1 minute of stoppage time brought to you by UAB Medicine to close out this first half. And with Austin in no hurry to put the ball back in play, looks like our half is going to come to a close relatively shortly. Crognale to Crognale, Asiadu. Trying to send it forward to Brett. Taylor ushers to Paniko.
Paniko outside his box, doing a great job.
Referee glanced at his watch, but is letting play go. Legion might have a chance to press numbers forward one final time here. Lopez over the top, looking for Brett. Taylor gonna head to it. Paniko trying to keep it in play, did. And now he's down in a heap as the half comes to a close. But the more pressing concern right now for Austin is the health of their goalkeeper, Elliot Paniko.
That was definitely an awkward one. He did very well to get up into the corner, keep it out of the goal. And it looks like his foot maybe landed on the post. A little bit of an ankle twister.
And they are checking on the left ankle of Paniko. As the half ends, we'll send it downstairs. Lyndon Blake is standing by with Legion FC head coach Tom Sohn. Lyndon.
Coach, an even match heading into halftime. What needs to happen for your team to close it out tonight?
Well, our defense to attacking transition was really good early, and we got away from it. We started giving those balls away, and we brought them back in and gave them confidence. And now they're sitting back a little bit more, which makes it harder to break down. So we got to continue to look to play quick and break that down.
Your team seems to be playing extremely unselfish tonight. Does that come natural for them?
I mean, that's what they're supposed to do, find the man that's open, and I think we just have to do it a little bit faster.
Thanks, Coach.
So, thanks.
Thanks to Legion FC head coach Tom Sohn. His club tied with Austin Bolt 1-1 through 45 minutes. Coming up, we sat down with Alex Crognale to get his thoughts on his 2021 season. Plus, we're going to look at the midweek schedule, including some scores from around the USL on this busy Wednesday night. 1-1, our scoreline between Legion FC and Austin Bolt at the break. Elliot Paniko to his feet. Let's hope he can continue. More from Birmingham right after this.
Our job is to keep your lights on. That's what you expect and deserve from Alabama Power. Our team works hard to prevent outages, but when they happen, we're on it. And we have some new tools to keep you informed. Visit Alabama Power's new outage map to see local outages and get repair time updates. Sign up to get personalized outage alerts by text or email for free. While we're out there getting your lights back on, we want you to have the latest information. That's our job, and we're grateful you trust us to serve you.
At Red Diamond, we've spent 112 years searching the world for the perfect beans. Your search will be considerably shorter. Red Diamond. Expect perfection. Available at a grocer near you. When your taste buds demand greatness, nothing compares to Red Diamond coffee. Unless, of course, it's Red Diamond tea. No shortcuts, no skimping. Perfect's not easy. Red Diamond. Available at a grocer near you.
So I'm here with Alex Cronali, defender for Birmingham Legion. Alex, great to have you with us. Quick question, looking back a little bit before your professional career. You played college soccer at the University of Maryland. 3 straight Big Ten championships while you were there. They haven't won a Big Ten championship since. Is there a clear distinction as to why that is?
Well, it was 3 straight Big Ten, but the year before that it was an ACC championship, so it was 4 rings in a row. But, you know, my brother came in the year after. They haven't won a Big Ten championship, but he has the big one. He has the national championship. So, yeah, the four conference titles are great, but I would trade all 4 of those for the national championship.
Well, you obviously had a great college career and had a big impact on the University of Maryland. Now you've come to Birmingham Legion, 2 straight trips to the playoffs. There seems to be a pattern. Everywhere you go, the team has success.
Well, I like to think that I'm, doing my part to help this team win, and, in only the 3rd year of existence for this club, they've done an amazing job in putting together good teams, putting a great culture together. The community's behind us, and, we're excited to continue to grow. Last year we were disappointed. We made the playoffs, 1st round loss. So this year we're trying to take that next step and see if we can push even farther, even for a championship.
So when you were a college student, you obviously had to be a student as well. What did you study? What did you enjoy studying?
I studied economics, and I enjoy studying, the markets, money, financial independence, how to create wealth for myself, my family, those around me.
But there has to be some downtime. What do you do to relax and get away from the game?
I try to get outside, take walks with my pup. I'm living downtown around a nice park, so I get out, walk with him. I like to stay busy, though. I spend a lot of time on a nonprofit that I've been building with a good friend, former teammate of mine, Zach Steffen, which is called Voice Now, and that's just giving back to the next generation of minority kids, specifically black kids who don't usually have the resources to get the education at a young age. So that's where we've been focusing our resources, time and money on that. But yeah, I like to stay busy.
So that's awesome to learn about. Take 30 seconds, tell us a little bit more about that foundation and how people could get involved or donate if they chose to.
Yeah, well Voice Now is something started by Zach Steffen and myself. And it's really a community of professional athletes across the world, across the country who are dedicated to racial equality, and it's something that we haven't seen enough in this country, and I think people are now starting to wake up to that, which is great, but a lot of work still needs to be done. So you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, all of the social medias at VoiceNow, and that's VoiceNow. And you know, if you're able to give any amount you can, we have a partnership with the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, and we're donating to their clubs and providing mentorship opportunities for athletes like myself to go in and see the children, as well as provide, you know, the money for them to get the books and the laptops and the after-school programs that they need.
That's really great to hear about and to learn about. Thank you very much. Here with Alex Crinali, professional soccer player, humanitarian, and ball magnet even during the interview.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose. You step strong. You step hard. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
Hey y'all, can we change up the chores?
Sorry, it's up to the wheel, man.
Oh yeah?
Hey, change the channel back.
Sorry, it's up to the wheel.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
Around it comes Fox. Solik, the back heel in! What a goal!
Luna is shot into the back goal.
Kuramoto has won it for OKC Energy FC. Oh, that is a brilliant goal from the substitute.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose. You step strong. You step hard. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
There's the famous Vulcan statue not too far from where we sit in downtown Birmingham, Alabama. Welcome back to our coverage of USL Championship Soccer on this Wednesday night. Birmingham Legion FC1, Austin Bold FC1 here in Birmingham. Across the rest of the USL Championship, already full time up outside of DC. Hartford Athletic over Loudoun United 3-2, but the game everybody in the Central is watching is in Memphis, Tennessee right now, and Michael Salazar has leveled the home side at 1-1.
Well, Memphis has been that team that seems to be involved in a lot of last-minute goals, and so far tonight it's happening once more.
And if you're looking for high-quality soccer tonight, you have come to the right place. 8 o'clock Central Time kickoff between El Paso Locomotive and Colorado Springs Switchbacks, two of the highest-scoring teams in the West. Speaking of high-scoring teams, Phoenix Rising in action as well tonight at 9 o'clock Central Time as they take on Orange County. So plenty still to get to on a busy Wednesday night in the USL Championship as we hit the stretch run across this 2021 season, a full 2021 season that has been entertaining and will only get more so as we inch closer to playoff time. From last week, the news and notes across the USL Championship. Danny Cruz officially the head man in charge of Lou City. The interim tag is gone. I'd say with that kind of record, that warrants that kind of contract.
They've had a great year. They've been in first place for a long time. He's so young that I guess they just wanted to wait a little bit and make sure, but it does seem a little bit like a no-brainer at this point.
Bruce, the former Houston Dynamo man, has certainly led the line for Lou City. Once again, one of the best teams in the USL Championship. And for Legion fans, go to USLChampionship.com and vote for Eli Crinali. His goal scored against Indy at home on Sunday, in our opinion, or a little biased, was the best one of the week.
Well, the first goal of that game was Nico Brett hitting an unbelievable strike. And so Eli Crinali stepped up and said, let me show you how it's really done. and hit one of the best goals you'll see anywhere, anytime.
Well, listen, Eli was scoring too much. Alex Crognale had to find the score sheet again for Birmingham. As we look at our match stats through the first 45 minutes presented by Chick-fil-A, Alex Crognale has scored on one side of the ledger. Nathaniel Adamalakin has scored on the other side for Austin. They're tied on the scoreboard, but it felt like Birmingham was in control of bulk of that first 45.
Well, twice as many shots on goal, almost twice as much possession of the ball. Legion FC have to be happy with how the match went, but so does Austin. They sat back, they defended well, and then they looked for that counter. They got their one really good chance, put it away.
So 45 minutes down from Birmingham, 45 minutes left. We'll see if either side can find a winner when we come back to the Magic City after this quick timeout.
Okay, at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals on all smartphones.
Let me break it down. You got your new customers.
They get our best deals. You got your existing customers, they also get our best deals. Everyone gets the deals.
Questions?
Got it. But why did you use a permanent marker?
Because I want to make sure you remember.
I'm gonna get a new whiteboard.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives new and existing customers the same great deals on all smartphones. Get up to $800 off our latest 5G smartphones.
Coors Light is cold filtered for brightness and clarity. The world's most refreshing beer, Coors Light.
Welcome back to Birmingham, Alabama, and our coverage of USL Championship Soccer. 1-1 our score between Birmingham Legion and Austin Bold. Time to get a look at our first 45-minute highlights presented by Chick-fil-A. And might get started early for Birmingham Legion FC. Elliot Paniko and company were under siege almost from the first minute.
The first 15 minutes in particular, Paniko had to come up with several very big saves.
Birmingham had some early chances, plenty of crosses served into the box. Prosper Kasim had a few good opportunities, but this time he picked out Alex Crognale.
Paniko a little bit late getting off his line, and the big man Alex Crognale just simply beats him to it.
But then Austin started to find a little bit of their footing. Nick Hines heavily involved in the first half. So was Nathaniel Adamalakin, his first start of 2021 and his first goal as well.
Really calm, composed finish, chipping it gently over the outstretched legs of Trevor.
Outside of that, really our only booking in the first half belonged to Javier Baez for that pull down of Zach Irivo. Legion continued to knock on the doorstep, but could not find anything to speak of. So it's 1-1 our score as we get ready to start the second half. And we have a change in goal for Austin Bold. Elliot Paniko collided with the post on the very last play of the first half, and he cannot continue. It's Hugo Farreau, the Frenchman, who is now in goal for Austin Bold. So he takes over off the bench for the second 45 minutes. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion, they've made a change out of halftime as well. Prosper Kasim has come off, and it's the youngster, former Academy siding Jaden Cervania, who has come on. So each side makes one change straight away outside the dressing room.
Interestingly, for this Austin Bold team, they've traded one Conference USA goalkeeper, Elliot Paniko, for another with Hugo Farreau, who played at FIU.
First season in Austin for Farreau, who came to the States back in 2015 to attend Lake Erie College, then made the transfer over to South Florida, the FIU program. His last action was June 23rd against Colorado Springs, but he's pressed into duty here after the first half injury to Paniko. Pressure supplied by Adama Lockett, trying to take it off Kavita. Rolls over the touchline anyway. Throw in for Birmingham, the deep corner. So a change in between the sticks for Austin, an attacking change for Birmingham. There's Cervania. 20th time this year he has come off the bench. He played almost a half hour on Sunday as a substitute against Indy 11. As Eli Crognale is fouled. Lopez's pass cut out. Damalakin trying to turn, looking for a little bit of help. Instead lost it. Throw in coming here for Birmingham down below. Lyndon Blake, the third member of our crew. Lyndon, an update on Elliot Paniko from down below?
Yeah, a scary ending to the first half for Paniko. I spoke with the Austin Bold FC staff, and they said he does have an ankle injury, but luckily they do not think it's severe. So he's done tonight, but we wish him the best, getting that ankle back up to speed, guys.
One more look at the injury here. The very last play of the first half.
Certainly was in pain the way he threw himself to the ground there. Very unusual play.
Our best Elliot Paniko, and hopefully he's good to go by the weekend as Austin go again against Real Monarchs. And then again in a week's time against El Paso Locomotive. Talked about it at the outset of the broadcast. A very condensed run of games on the road for Austin. Make or break road trip as they try to clinch the fourth and final playoff spot out west in the Mountain Division. Jaden Cervania, his first touches since coming on. Couldn't quite get around Okugu. Omar Gordon trying to break. Alex Crognale instead beats him there. Crognale trying to shield it and keep possession. He does.
Once again, we see Austin Bold with 10 players behind the ball. Certainly starting out very defensive, getting everybody back, making sure they don't give up anything early.
Cleared away by Paez, but only as far as Alex Crognale. Lyndon talked to Birmingham head coach Tom Sohn. He was disappointed giving up that equalizing goal because he said it would allow Austin to organize defensively. His team did a good job passing the ball in the first half, but needed to move the ball a little bit quicker to try to break down an Austin Bold defense that's been pretty good this year. And now they've got a chance to attack. Adama Lockett is behind Alex Crognale. He may be in. Crognale sprints to get back in front. Adama Lockett was by himself by and large. Good work by Anderson Asiadu to help out his teammates.
A little surprised. Adama Lockett had a chance to go 1v1. Elected not to. Alex Crognale had worked really hard to get back, but he had just sprinted 60 yards. You thought the offensive player had the advantage.
Nathaniel Adama Lockett at times tonight has been a one-man counter for Austin Bold. Here's Cervania. Dean to his right. Dean got the cross in. Eli Crognale couldn't redirect it towards goal. Now the counter begins again for Austin. Look at this run from Omar Gordon, splitting defenders, but Alex Crognale with a key intervention.
Good defending, but that time Austin went quickly and looked like they were going to run at goal. Certainly felt like a more threatening opportunity.
Omar Gordon had a relatively quiet first half. Created a bit of danger that time. James, a driven service. Eli Crognale got a piece of it. Honestly, don't think he expected it to get all the way through as it did. And a whistle and a foul is going to go against Lopez for a handball. fans can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC channel 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio. Featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. You can also hear live action from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC channel 157 and the SXM app. Go Farrow sends it away. Alex Crognale up to meet it. Lyndon Blake down below reporting Birmingham is prepping their second change of the night. But first, Daniel Damalakin looked like he had Austin in business if he could have kept his footing. Lovely flick by Jaden Cervania to find Eli Crognale, and now Birmingham are off and running. Crognale, Dean, and an excellent play by Casey Walls, the young defender.
Casey Walls read that really, really well. He had to get the timing right. He couldn't step away from Cervania, but he needed to be aware on the outside. Johnny Dean steaming down the outside, and perfect timing from the young defender.
First corner kick of the second half for Birmingham, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Where does Eli Crognale go this time around? Kavita, sent away by Okugu. Siadu trying to turn the corner. Does get across away. Farrow only tipped it away. Brett, his shot blocked. Cervania trying to bring it down, couldn't, under duress. And Baez draws the whistle and is on the ground holding his face. Cervania with a confused look on his face. I don't think he meant to collide with Baez. See what our referee has to say here.
There is no VAR, but we may get a look at it. Jaden Cervania certainly looked like he didn't know what was going on and why everybody was unhappy with him.
Baez is incensed, got to his feet quickly, and is really getting after the official, who now is going to ask to talk to him.
Baez may have earned himself a card here. The referee has summoned him. I think he's made the right decision not to card the player who feels he was hit in the face. But Baez is going to need to calm himself down.
Javier Baez once again wearing the captain's armpit tonight for Austin. He took an elbow to the face. Referee gave him the foul, but nothing more. The referee tonight, J.C. Griggs, has about had it with the consternation of the Austin Bold players on the field. Like Crognale takes a hard foul. Now kind of feels like one of those games, one of those times where everybody has to be a little careful. Starting to feel a little bit on edge. More than 9 minutes into the second half.
We'll see if that one play is the spark that lights this second half up.
It is Bruno Lapa who's ready to check in for Birmingham at the next stoppage. The creative midfielder who has only recently returned from injury after missing nearly a dozen games for the midway portion of the season. Austin picking up the pressure. Good work by Siadu to work out of it.
Very patient, slow movement side to side. Austin Bold bringing everybody back to defend. Legion slowly but surely working their way forward.
It was a fiery couple of minutes there, but Birmingham brought the game back under control with a nice long spell of possession here. left their teammate Bruno Lapa waiting with the fourth official. Those two getting to know each other quite well here over the past 90 seconds or so. Alex Cronali. Brett trying to thread it through to Cervania. Ferreau off his line to make the play. So let's see if we get a look at the challenge from Baez on Cervania. It is a high elbow from Cervania that catches Baez.
You can see why Baez felt some pain and therefore some anger, but it looked like everything about that was a natural running motion from Jaden Cervania, nothing malicious at all.
Eli Cronali wanted to restart play quickly. Instead, he's going to be the man coming off. Bruno Lapa replaces him in the 57th minute. And a nice ovation from the crowd here in Birmingham for the efforts of Eli Cronali on this Wednesday.
The last couple games, Bruno Lapa has been subbed off before the end of the match. Legion staff feeling that his fitness wasn't quite at the 90-minute mark. Now it's a little bit the opposite, where he comes onto the match fresh, certainly expected to finish it out. We'll see if maybe with just 30 minutes he can put on a little bit of a attacking mode that maybe changes this game.
Lapa played 70 minutes on Sunday against Indy 11. He's not quite at full fitness just yet, but everyone's certainly aware of what he can do. The first team All-USL selection a year ago after an 8-goal, 5-assist campaign in that shortened 2020. If he's healthy for the playoff run for Legion FC, then they're going to be in business come playoff time here in a few weeks. Approaching the hour mark here in Birmingham. 1-1 our scoreline here, 1-1 our scoreline in Memphis, Tennessee as well, between Lou City and Memphis 901. 2-1 the final scoreline in Columbus, Ohio, as the U.S. men's national team gets 3 points away from Costa Rica to make it a 6-point window for Greg Berhalter and company. Meanwhile, Junior Flemings, the Legion winger, in the starting 11 for Jamaica. Jamaica right now in front of Honduras, approaching the hour mark in Central America. So Fleming's no doubt very excited about that, as Daniel Damalakin went on the back of Zach Yarivo as the foul was committed. Lapa. Dean, Cervania. Lapa trying to free Dean. Dean wins the race there. Did he win a corner? No.
Dean arguing that he had flicked the ball off the defender's shin. Assistant referee saying, no, you simply flicked it out of bounds.
We get the benefit of replay up here. That looks to be a job well done by Nick Hines defensively.
Really well done. It looks like he actually jumped over that ball and made sure it didn't hit him.
Work by Jaden Cervania to bring that down. Baez wins it back in short order. And it's Austin Bold who are now prepping a double change down below at the next stoppage. Dean taken down from behind, trying to make that pass, and a quick yellow card out of the pockets of our referee tonight, J.C. Griggs, shown to Nathaniel Damalakin. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm.
Damalakin arguing his case with the referee, but I think that's one where you're a big man and you're coming from behind. That's considered dangerous, potentially injuring an opponent.
A bit late as well.
Like all soccer players, puts his hand up and says, "Who, me?"
So a double change now made by Austin. Omar Sis on for Javier Baez. Nathaniel Damalak is shown yellow in his final play of the evening as Beto Avila, the Texan, comes on to replace the young striker just past the hour mark.
I think the Austin staff have felt that they've lost a little bit of the control of this game. They've been pushed back the last 10 minutes or so. Just trying to bring some fresh legs on, see if they can raise the energy level of their team. Third game in 8 days, very difficult, and on the road.
So a pair of Austin veterans on, even if they each are only 20 years old. Omar Sis in his second year with Austin Bold, Beto Avila in his third year with Austin Bold. Fresh legs for the visitors with a little less than a half hour to go. Pablo Torres able to get it back with Kavita on his back. Austin perhaps with an opportunity to create something here. Oh, what a lovely run. Torres has plenty of space. Torres all the way across the mouth of goal, but Dean sent it away, and that was a crucial play by Johnny Dean.
Great pass, splitting the defense wide open. All the other defenders did a really nice job, including Johnny Dean, who's staying with their men and not getting lost. That was for sure the best scoring opportunity for either team in the second half.
Omar Gordon was lurking, but it never got to him in the end. Dean got there first. Birmingham able to clear their lines defensively. Dean's pass doesn't quite reach its intended target, Nico Brett. Now Torres trying to split the lines, it does. Here's Gordon.
Both teams made a couple of substitutions, and all of a sudden we're end to end.
Loose ball collected by Brett. How about that for a first touch? An Aravo caught in possession. Gordon trying to stay on his feet, couldn't. Now does turn and find an open man. What a huge save by Spangenberg.
Great shot. That ball looked like it was going in the side netting. Trevor Spangenberg reaches a big paw out there and tips it wide.
Omar Sis with an excellent strike. But Spangenberg up to the task. And it's a corner coming for Austin on Pablo Torres, 22-year-old on loan from New York City. What can he do here? He takes it short, gets it back quickly. Troncoso. Troncoso, sent away by Crognale, but only as far as Okugu. Reese back into the mixer, and Spangenberg makes the play. And as Spangenberg tried to distribute, it was blocked. The referee keeps the whistle away from his mouth. Let's play go.
I don't believe the referee saw that play. Typically, if you're jumping in front of the distribution of the goalkeeper, not only is the foul getting called, you're getting given a card. I don't think the center official saw it, and therefore he just allowed the play to continue.
Free kick here for Birmingham, but before the free kick, they're going to make a change. And this time it's Zach Aravo coming off, making way for Thomas Van Keziel. So a good shift for Aravo tonight. Van Keziel replaces him, the man acquired by Birmingham from San Diego Loyal back in the summer. Has been a fixture in the starting 11. Comes off the bench for the fourth time this year.
I think what we're going to see is a little bit of change in formation here for Legion. I think Tomas Van Keziel is going to play as a center back. And it'll be 3 in the back, which pushes the 2 wide players, Ryan and Dean, up a little bit higher into the attack.
Cervania finds Dean, who's got plenty of space. Dean's cross cut out by Hines. But it is another Chick-fil-A corner kick coming here for Legion FC.
Coach Tommy's zone, trying to change the rhythm of this game, change a formation, push some people farther up, see if you can create just a little bit of a new environment that maybe opens things up.
Dean went to ground, referee says play on. Let's see if we get another look at the challenge here.
It started out shoulder to shoulder, it ended with a big shove with the right arm.
Whistle doesn't go Dean's way. Goal kick for Faroe and Austin Bold. Fans, Birmingham Legion FC, entrust the care of its athletes to UAB Sports Medicine Team. You should as well. All of our doctors are fellowship trained and have extensive experience caring for patients of all ages. Whether you're a weekend warrior or competitive athlete, come see UAB Sports Medicine so we can help get you back to your active lifestyle.
Along with Van Kazeel going to center back, that has pushed Mikey Lopez from right back to defensive midfielder.
Nico Brett trying to bring it down and keep it under control. Good work by Omar Sis defensively. Ryan James. Mikey Lopez has found a new home in midfield, as Mike mentioned. Serrania with room to turn. How about that pass to find Dean? Dean almost found Lapa lurking at the top of the area. Possession continues for Legion FC, trying to find a way through this Austin defense that has done the job so far midway through the second half. Bad idea from Alex Cronali, but the switch just a bit too far for James. Throw in for Austin.
Alex Cronali drove that ball about 90 yards across the field, and still it was overhit.
Fans, USL's elite pre-professional platform is the USL Academy, and it allows clubs to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local youth talent and helping players transition to their USL senior teams. For more information, visit usl-academy.com. Nice work in a tight space there by Lapa, and once again, Birmingham have possession back. Possession has not been a problem from the home side tonight. It's been breaking down an Austin defense that has not allowed a goal since the 15th minute. Lapa looking across the park where Dean was waiting. Cervania will keep himself onside. Fought off it by Okugu. Goal kick for Bold FC. Birmingham fans, don't forget to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news. Never miss any merch or ticket giveaways and get inside looks at the team. Be sure to follow @BHM Legion on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook today. @BHM Legion. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. For all updates for Birmingham Legion FC. 20 minutes to go tonight from Birmingham. Going for Birmingham after Beto Avila had trouble keeping his feet near the touchline.
Very deliberate, working it out of the back.
Alex Cronali trying to change that, and it almost skipped past Farreau. Did he get a touch on it? No, says the referee. Goal kick. Fans here can't believe it. They thought the Frenchman got a touch and conceded a corner. Hard to tell from our angle whether he got a piece of it or not. That look says he did.
It was extremely close. He certainly tried to get a piece of it.
You can hear the fans down below reacting to the replay as well. Hugo Farreau might have caught a bit of a break there. He hasn't had terribly much to do since coming on as a second half sub, replacing Elliot Paniko. Bit of a nervy moment there. Meanwhile, down below, both sides prepping more changes. Austin and Birmingham both have called players back to their respective benches.
I think what we're going to see is Legion making an attacking change, trying to find something new that creates more opportunities. I think we're going to see Austin just simply putting on some fresh legs to try and hold on to the point that they've got.
Farreau makes the play. Lyndon Blake down below reporting it's J.J. Williams who's prepping to come on for Birmingham. Meanwhile for Austin, it's Gilbert Fuentes who is getting ready to come on for Austin. Torres trying to split the lines. Alex Cronali got there, but couldn't keep it close. Gordon. Back to Torres. Troncoso. Vita sends away his service. Olapa trying to keep it. Was he fouled from behind? Referee says yes. Free kick to Birmingham. Now both sides have changes ready. Who gets theirs first? Looks like Austin will get theirs first. Gilbert Fuentes coming on. Juan Pablo Torres coming off. 19-year-old Fuentes, just his second appearance of the year for Austin. Meanwhile for Birmingham Legion, it's Ryan James who's coming off and J.J. Williams who is coming on.
That means Jaden Cervania is going to move to the left wing, and it's going to be J.J. Williams and Nico Brett up top together. There's the replay of Bruno Lapa clearly getting his legs taken out from behind as we're back underway.
Vita carried it forward. Nico Brett has space. Williams back to the feet of Brett. Brett scores! 2-1 Birmingham. Williams and Brett combined to give Legion the lead back.
Well, I got to tell you, it's getting a little bit silly. Tommy Sohn, the last 3 or 4 games in a row, he's made substitutions that have come on and made the difference in the game instantly. J.J. Williams' first touch creates the goal for Nico Brett. Absolutely unbelievable.
Barely onto the pitch. And it's the 4th assist of the year for J.J. Williams on the 17th goal of the season for Nico Brett. And Birmingham have an advantage back with a quarter hour left. How about this passing in tight spaces? As we get another look.
Great little flick, Nico Brett. Not sure if he got the last touch or not as we see that. It may have come off a defender, but Legion won't care. It's in the back of the net, and they've got the lead.
Brett, the closest man to it. Gustavo Risi was close as well. But they couldn't keep it out of the back of the net of Hugo Farreau. Birmingham with their second lead of the night. Now we'll see if they can hold it. Olapa couldn't quite bring it down. Austin win it back quickly, Okugu. For assists finds Nick Hines.
J.J. Williams coming onto the field gives Legion that big target player. He's good in the air, he's good with his feet. He's also a workhorse on the defensive side.
Fuentes trying to send it back from where it came to Avila. Good work by Dean to usher it over the inline. Goal kick for Legion FC. Fans, Legion FC's next match is on the road at OKC Energy this Sunday, October 17th at 5 o'clock Central Time. Tune in to watch the match right here on My 68 or on ESPN Plus, or check out @BHM Legion on Twitter for live match updates. Team's next home game is Sunday, October 24th at 4 o'clock Central Time against Sporting Kansas City 2. The playoffs fast approaching and top seed in the division on the line. Every game matters. Get your tickets today at bhmlegion.com/tickets. Dean sprinting into space again. Williams couldn't quite get that pass cleanly. Throw in for Birmingham. What buttons can Ryan Thompson push down below for Austin? For the Bold to find their second equalizer of the night. Looks like they're going to make another change as one more white shirt has been called back to the bench. And J.J. Williams is going to get called for a foul on the throw-in. And Austin are very quickly going to make that change. Sonny Guadarrama, the 34-year-old from Austin, is the man coming on. And Jorge Troncoso, the Chilean, coming off.
Sonny's a player who's actually familiar with the state of Alabama. When he was a youngster playing Olympic development soccer, he came to this state several times, played with the Texas state team down in Tuscaloosa.
Lampa wins it back. Birmingham trying to break quickly. Nico Brett was waiting. An intervention supplied by Reese and company defensively for Austin. Free kick given to Birmingham. Handball called against the Bold. J.J. Williams off the bench making an impact once again for Birmingham. Birmingham have brought Williams, Cervania, Lampa, Van Kazeel all off the bench tonight. Junior Fleming's their other attacking option, playing, just not here, playing for Jamaica. Our World Cup qualifier tonight against Honduras, trying to see out first three-point performance of the window for the Jamaican national team tonight. Lopez wanted to go direct to Brett, who wasn't quite in an onside position.
Austin Bold sending everybody forward. We saw them earlier in the game getting all 10 players behind the ball. Now it's 4 or 5 players going forward and staying forward, taking the risk of giving up that third goal, but knowing that they need one just to get a point out of tonight's work.
Opportunity to serve here. Good work by Williams defensively to track back. And an update from Beale Street. Mark Segbers, the veteran from Memphis 901 FC, has put the home side ahead of Louisville for now. So if the results stand, we'll have a new first place team atop the Central Division by the end of the night. Gordon trying to bring it down, ride the bicycle, but it's an easy play for Spangenberg in the end. The effort was impressive, but Spangenberg not challenged by the acrobatics of Gordon at the end of the play. J.J. Williams trying to slip behind the defense. Farrow's got a battle on his hands, and Farrow makes the play under pressure. Less than 10 minutes to go tonight here in Birmingham. Fans, head to the Legion FC Twitter page @BHM Legion. Immediately following the final whistle to vote on who you thought earned Man of the Match honors tonight. @BHM Legion on Twitter to vote for your Man of the Match immediately following the conclusion of this contest here in downtown Birmingham.
Austin has gone to 4 in the back, 5 up front, 1 in midfield. They're going to pay for it right here.
Brett leaves it for Lapa. Lapa's in on goal. It's Lapa! It's 3 for Birmingham tonight, and it may be 3 points by the end of the night as well.
Ryan Thompson rolled the dice, made some changes. He changed its formation, played with literally 5 players up top, and that just left too much room for this very dangerous Legion attack.
About as cool as they get for Bruno Lapa. Birmingham fans happy to see him back healthy. The 3rd goal of the year for the all-USL midfielder. And it might have put the nail in the coffin of Austin Bold tonight.
Well, if the body language of the Austin bench tells us anything, they're not looking forward to these next 8 minutes.
83rd minute here in downtown Birmingham. A pair of second-half goals now for Legion FC. One for Nico Brett, the other for Bruno Lapa. And it's a steep hill to climb for Austin with the clock working against them. Williams tracking back defensively, takes down Hines. A clear foul. Bold bench looking for a card. They're not going to get one from our referee, J.C. Griggs, tonight.
Definitely a foul from behind. Austin again sending everybody forward.
Okuga brought it down, but only briefly. The flag was up against him, offside.
That free kick helped Austin out because they had 7 players forward and the counterattack was on for Legion. Now Austin Bold can get everybody back defensively, regain their shape.
Trevor Spangenberg will take his time putting the ball back in play. Talked about it at the Open. Birmingham came into the night one of the hottest teams in the USL Championship. 4 wins in a row coming into the night, threatening to make it 5. Big play by Spangenberg to deny Avila.
Avila with a great strike, running away from goal, cut it back across his body and hit it extremely well. Trevor Spangenberg gets down quickly, keeps it out of the net.
Avila threatening for a 2nd goal of the year. Struck it well, but Trevor Spangenberg with a big save to keep it at a 2-goal margin for now. Sis switches across the park. Sonny G lays it in. Gordon gets there, and the flag was up.
That was actually some great defending from Johnny Dean. He allowed his man to run behind him, knowing he was going into an offside position. Instead of working hard and potentially keeping him onside, just let him run. Made it clear to the assistant referee that he's offsides. One of the rare occasions in soccer where the right choices don't run.
Walls trying to keep it in play, does. Only finds the waiting feet of Dean. Nick Hines dispossessed rudely by Asiadu. Asiadu trying to keep it in traffic. Takes a bit of a push there from Sis. And a free kick given to Legion FC.
A few words between the players, but it's just a professional foul. We don't like it, but it is part of the game. He wasn't going to let him run at the defense in the attacking third of the field, so he takes the foul. Even if he gets the card, it slows everything down and allows Austin Bold to get everybody back on defense.
Free kick brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner here in the 86th minute. And despite their 2-goal cushion, Birmingham do have a few targets. possibly pick out around the top of the area for Lapa and Cervania to look at.
J.J. Williams is the obvious target. Alex Cronali at 6'5" has stayed back.
Williams almost got on the other end of it. Brett trying to put it down, and before he puts it in the back of the net, the whistle blows against him.
Called for a push, referee right on top of it.
So Brett is denied what would have been Legion's 4th goal tonight, and his 2nd. Lovely turn by Hines, and now here comes Austin bombing numbers forward. Gordon was able to get back onside. His cross blocked out of play by Dean. Corner coming for Austin. One more look here. The battle in the box. Did Brett get away with a bit of a shove? Probably.
Definitely had a little push, but the big man going down fairly easy as well.
Service is good all the way through. Still in the mix, but now a whistle blows against Austin this time.
Handball called in the melee in front of Trevor Spangenberg. Lots of bodies, the ball bouncing around. Referee says it was played by somebody's hand or arm.
Another dangerous moment for Spangenberg and the Birmingham defense, but they've kept it clean since the 23rd minute. J.J. Williams is able to turn and keep possession and find Jaden Cervania all the way across the pitch. Cervania trying to cut it back, goes to ground. Referee says play on. Cervania goes down again, and now the free kick is given. And a yellow card coming out as well.
Well, as space has opened up, Jaden Cervania is exploiting that space, using his quickness and his moves to beat 2 defenders. Skips past one while he gets fouled, beats the second, and that player said, "You shall go no farther."
Yellow card shown to Gustavo Risi, brought to you by Rubio Law Firm.
Just outside the box.
And you'll be shocked to hear there are as many as 5 black shirts clamoring for a peek at this free kick that is well within shooting range, brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner.
This team has been unselfish all night long, but this is one of those moments where everybody says, hey, this could be fun, let me hit it. I think we're going to see J.J. Williams just hit a right-footed bomb.
It is Williams, and it just is over the bar of Farrow.
He went a little more for placement than I thought he would. J.J. has a cannon with his right and his left. That time he opted to try and bend it over the wall and into the upper corner.
Williams was questionable coming into the night, carrying a bit of a knock, did not feature on Sunday. He came off the bench tonight and quickly supplied an assist to Nico Brett's goal that made it 2-1 at the time. 90th and final minute of regulation here in Birmingham. We'll see how much stoppage time we get to close out the night here in just a moment. As Anderson Asiadu pushes forward. Lapa beaten to it in the end by Sonny G. Good work by Guadarrama. Fuentes flicks it on, nobody home. Spangenberg will come and get it. Wait until he's challenged to pick it up. About to enter stoppage time here. Memphis in stoppage time as well. And still Memphis on top of Louisville 2-1. Again, if both that result and this result hold, there will be a new team in first place in the Central. When the nights come to a close. Stoppage time brought to you by UAB Medicine. And there will be 4 minutes. 4 minutes minimum of stoppage time to close out the night here in Birmingham.
That's a lot of time. But I don't know if it's enough time for this Austin team to find 2 goals.
Lovely bit of passing here from Austin. Can they make something of it? Lopez trying to usher it away from his box. Avila giving chase.
Legion have changed formations again. They're back to 4 in the back, adding an extra player in midfield.
Sis brought it down. Guadarrama. Still Guadarrama. His shot punched away by Spangenberg. Spangenberg's had to make a couple of big plays tonight.
Trevor Spangenberg has played sparingly, but in the matches he has played, he's come up with big saves each time. That's his third or fourth very good save this evening.
Another corner for Austin. Served in low. Headed away by Brett. It's 3-on-2 if Fasiadu hurries. Gordon chasing him back. Brett. Lapa.
Everybody running forward for Legion.
Van Zeal across. Brett didn't think it would get to him.
You gotta love his reaction. Couldn't believe that that ball got through everybody to him. He wasn't ready. He had an easy tap in. Falls on the ground, showing his displeasure with himself.
Oh, and a bit of a shoving match near the assistant referee, Kavita and Guadarrama. Face to face there for a moment. Guadarrama with a shove to the face of Kavita, and Kavita shoves him back. J.C. Griggs shows yellow card cautions to both men. And in a second half that has been rather feisty, one more hot moment of emotion near the end of the night.
Referee showing some excellent discretion here. Because the hands are high and in the area of the face, those could be red cards instead of yellow. But that isn't going to change the game. It's only going to impact the next game. So the referee decides to leave the red in his back pocket and allow both players to stay on the field.
So 2 more yellow cards brought to you by Rubio Law Firm here in stoppage time. As we enter the 4th and final minute, or the 3rd of 4 minutes of added time to close out the night. Now in the 4th and final minutes, as Williams goes to ground, another free kick conceded by Austin. It was a decently physical first half. It has been a very physical second half, and a frustrating one at that for Austin.
First half was physical, but very few fouls, and certainly no nastiness. The second half, it's been aggressive, it's been hard, it's been a little bit nasty, it's been exciting, and we've seen a bunch of goals.
Just a few seconds left tonight here in Birmingham. Whistle and a foul goes Austin's way this time, and another little shove after the play. Surely not much time left in the night tonight. And there it is, full time, and it's official for the first time ever. Playoff soccer will be played in Birmingham in November with a 3-point performance from Birmingham tonight.
Coach Tommy Sohn with a lot to be proud of tonight. Made some key substitutions that led to goals that won the match. But also this team has achieved a 3-year goal, something they started with at the beginning.
Let's go downstairs to head coach Tom Sohn standing by with Lyndon Blake. Lyndon.
Coach, congrats on the win. Not just a victory, but a historic one. You have a home playoff match for the first time in franchise history. What does this milestone mean for the team?
You know, that's a big day for me. I talked about that. It's hard to back that up sometimes. And really, it's the guys. They did a great job this year to get us to that point. But now it's not time to celebrate anything. We got to keep our heads down and keep working hard and keep getting our points.
Thanks, Coach. Enjoy the fireworks.
Thank you.
Fireworks on the field tonight, and fireworks coming in post-game as well, as Birmingham Legion FC take all 3 points away from Austin Bold for their 5th consecutive win. And with the result holding in Memphis, Birmingham Legion FC, the #1 team in the Central Division. We'll talk about it and wrap up our coverage of USL Championship Soccer right after this.
Our job is to keep your lights on. That's what you expect and deserve from Alabama Power. Our team works hard to prevent outages, but when they happen, we're on it. And we have some new tools to keep you informed. Visit Alabama Power's new outage map to see local outages and get repair time updates. Sign up to get personalized outage alerts by text or email for free. While we're out there getting your lights back on, we want you to have the latest information. That's our job, and we're grateful you trust us to serve you.
At Red Diamond, we've spent 112 years searching the world for the perfect beans. Your search will be considerably shorter. Red Diamond. Expect perfection. Available at a grocer near you. When your taste buds demand greatness, nothing compares to Red Diamond coffee. Unless, of course, it's Red Diamond tea. No shortcuts, no skimping. Perfect's not easy. Red Diamond. Available at a grocer near you.
Welcome back to downtown Birmingham, Alabama. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman, Lyndon Blake, your crew here on My 68 and ESPN Plus. What a night here in downtown Birmingham on this Wednesday. Let's look at some plays of the game from this contest. Let's start with our Fruitables play of the game. And that goes to Trevor Spangenberg. Our Trey Luna save of the game. The second choice goalkeeper for Legion FC, Mike. He came up big numerous times tonight.
Well, he sure didn't look second choice of anything tonight. He made a great save there to keep the score at 2-1.
And our Fruitables play of the game, Alex Crognali's opening goal that gave Birmingham the lead at the time. The serve from Kasim, excellent. And Alex Crognali finds the score sheet for the third time this year. And our play of the game tonight brought to you by Fruitables. As the fireworks lift off here in downtown Birmingham, let's get a look at our final match stats tonight. And Mike, we talked about it. It was 1-1 at halftime. They were even on the score sheet, but it felt like Birmingham was controlling the way the game was played. In the second half, Birmingham found that initial breakthrough, and that really changed the game.
Well, some great substitutions led to some great goals in the second half. An exciting match at both ends. Legion coming away with what was clearly a deserved victory in the end.
64% of possession, outshot Austin 14-10. And 3 of their 5 shots on frame find the back of the net as Birmingham win their 5th straight. Austin dropped this contest in Birmingham and now continue their road swing out west against Real Monarchs, El Paso, and San Antonio. It's an uphill climb for Austin. If they get to that 4th and final playoff spot, they will have earned it.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup for them with 3 road games in a row, but they are still 1 point up in 4th place, and they are above that playoff line at the moment. So they've got to just keep finding a way to grind out some more points.
Meanwhile, the upcoming slate for Birmingham Legion FC looks like this. Just 1 more road trip left to Oklahoma on Sunday before 2 home games left on the books here in downtown Birmingham, and still that Lou City matchup looms large.
Well, the game that's not listed there is the home field playoff game, which is now guaranteed. That's the big one. But these next 3 games are going to be important. Legion certainly hoping to come away with that first place and home field advantage all the way through.
Legion FC have been a franchise for 3 seasons now. They made the playoffs as the 10 seed in 2019, had to go on the road twice. They made the playoffs last season and had to go on the road again. They have clinched a playoff spot here in 2021, and now it is confirmed. Their first playoff contest will be at home. For the first time ever, the Magic City will have playoff soccer in November after this result this evening. That'll do it for our coverage of USL Championship Soccer tonight. For Mike Getman, Lyndon Blake, and our entire crew, so long from downtown Birmingham. But once again, our final score this evening, Birmingham Legion 3, Austin Bold 1.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.